Nora's life had become a quiet argument with reality. She lived in a city of deadlines, delivery apps, traffic alerts, inboxes, noise, ambition, and low-grade resentment. She was competent, employed, socially functional, and inwardly exhausted. Her days felt like a chain of things to manage. Pleasant moments were nice but brief. Difficult people felt like obstacles. Delays felt insulting. Pain felt proof that something had gone wrong. Then one rain-slick evening, driving home across the bridge, a truck jackknifed 3 cars ahead. There was screeching metal, glass, a violent sideways force, and then silence. Not unconsciousness. Silence. When Nora opened her eyes, she was standing in a brightness that did not feel bright so much as alive. The air itself seemed intelligent. Colors had depth beyond earthly color. Every contour of the landscape pulsed with meaning, as if creation on earth were only a shadow sketch of this place. Nothing was vague. Everything felt more solid, more personal, more true than anything she had ever called real. And she was not alone. A figure approached, clothed in a kind of radiant strength that made her instinctively know this was an angel of Christ. He looked at her with joy that carried no strain in it. Nora tried to speak, but the question that came out was not about the crash. "What is life supposed to be?" she asked. The angel smiled, as if she had finally asked the right question. "Life," he said, "is the receiving of God's tailor-designed gifts." He gestured, and suddenly her earthly life opened before her, not as a timeline of random events, but as a woven design. Pleasant moments, painful moments, interruptions, friendships, heartbreaks, deadlines, failures, chance encounters, illnesses, joys, delays, even the people she had privately labeled difficult. All of it appeared threaded with intention. "Every detail," the angel said, "has been permitted, shaped, or redeemed toward one great end: your transformation into the likeness of Christ." Nora stared. "Even the bad parts?" "Especially the parts you have called meaningless," he said. "Trusting every detail is for good, frees you from negative thinking, and gives you a victorious, peaceful mind. The Father has not wasted a single scene." She saw then that every challenging person had been more than an irritant. Some had exposed pride. Some had trained patience. Some had taught forgiveness. Some had become mirrors. And the pleasant things, sunlight, meals, affection, beauty, timing, delight, had all been whispers of love, invitations into gratitude. "When you trust God's goodness in every detail," the angel continued, "a default state of love and trust emerges. Then you stop seeing people as threats or interruptions, and begin seeing them as intentional gifts placed in your life. Even enemies become teachers in the school of Christ." He touched her hand, and understanding moved through her like fire without pain. "This trust does not only heal the spirit," he said. "It strengthens the body, calms the mind, restores the emotions. It fulfills the way of Jesus. Stop judging. Love your enemies. Walk humbly. Give thanks. Strive for peace. The child who trusts the Father's goodness becomes hard to poison." Then the angel showed her something even greater. Because she belonged to Christ, she was not merely being improved. She was being prepared to inherit. Not money, not status, not the tiny trophies of earth. Everything. all that Jesus is, all that Jesus has, all creation under God, shared in union with Christ. Nora saw that her entire earthly life had been training her heart to be able to receive such an inheritance without corruption. Gratitude was not sentimental. It was preparation for glory. "Return with this," the angel said. "See every detail as gift. Pleasant or painful, let your response become peaceful gratitude. In doing so, you will begin to live the life of heaven while still on earth." Then came the pull backward. Sound returned first. Rain, sirens, a paramedic's voice, a sharp ache in her ribs, the smell of burned rubber. Nora opened her eyes inside the wreckage, and almost immediately, the new perspective activated. The pain was a gift, because even in suffering, she was held, taught, and transformed, finding love in the midst of loss. Months later, walking through ordinary city life, people noticed her unshakable calm. Traffic, delays, and difficult people no longer controlled her peace, because now she saw what she had once missed. Everything was a gift. Everything was training. Everything was moving her toward Christ. And everything, somehow, was preparing her to inherit all things in Him. So her new response became simple. "Thank you, Father." And peace followed it everywhere. Her life blossomed in ways she couldn't even imagine, with best always yet to come.